If you're a single mother watching this, there may be nights when the house is finally quiet, the kids are asleep, and you suddenly feel a kind of loneliness you don't know how to explain. It's not the kind of loneliness people imagine, because your house may be full of life. There are children to feed, homework to check, laundry waiting to be folded. You are surrounded by responsibilities. But sometimes, in the quiet moments, your heart feels completely alone. Sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night, and there is no one beside you, no one to whisper to, no one to hold you, no one to say, "You did well today." And in those silent moments, a question can quietly creep into your heart. A question many single mothers have asked themselves, but rarely say out loud. And when that question shows up, it can change the way you see your entire journey as a mother. But there is something about this loneliness that most people misunderstand. And once you understand it, you may begin to see your strength in a completely different way. Sometimes loneliness shows up late at night. The kids are finally asleep, the house becomes quiet, and you're lying there in the dark, staring at the ceiling. Not because you can't sleep, but because your mind is carrying the weight of everything. There's no one beside you to whisper to, no one to say, "You did good today." No one to wrap their arms around you and remind you that you're not carrying the world alone. And in those quiet moments, you realize something many people never see. Being a single mother can be one of the loneliest journeys in the world. But there is something about this kind of loneliness that people rarely understand. And when I finally realized what it meant, it completely changed the way I saw my life as a single mother. I'll share that with you in a moment. Sometimes you just need something simple, a hug, a warm embrace, someone to say, "I'm proud of you," someone to cheer you up when you feel like you've done your best. But instead, you carry those moments silently. You smile for your children. You stay strong for them because their little eyes are watching you. And even when your heart feels heavy, you keep going. And if you're a single mother watching this, I want you to know that your story matters. If you feel comfortable, share in the comments where you're watching from. Sometimes just knowing that other mothers are walking this journey too can make the road feel a little less lonely. And maybe the loneliness single mothers feel isn't just emptiness. Maybe it's the quiet space where incredible strength is being built. But there is something about this loneliness that most people misunderstand. They think loneliness means you're weak or that something is missing in your life. But after living this journey, I discovered something surprising about the loneliness single mothers experience. Something that can actually become a quiet source of strength. And once you understand this, loneliness starts to look a little different. And this is where something surprising started happening in my life. Something I didn't notice at first, but it slowly changed how I saw the sacrifices I was making for my children. I didn't understand it then, but I do now. Because the truth is, single mothers carry emotional weight that many people will never fully understand. You make decisions alone. You face fears alone. You celebrate small victories alone. Even when you do something amazing for your children, there's no one there to say, "I see how hard you're trying." I remember one evening after a long day, my child smiled at me and said, "Mom, you work so hard." And in that small moment, I realized something powerful. Even when the world doesn't notice, our children are watching everything, and that silence can hurt. Not because you're ungrateful, but because every human heart needs connection. Every human heart needs encouragement, even strong mothers. But over time, something began to change inside me. I started noticing something in my children's eyes. They were watching everything. They saw me wake up early. They saw me work hard. They saw me fight through exhaustion. And without realizing it, they were learning what strength looks like. Children raised by single mothers often grow up with something powerful inside them: respect, empathy, gratitude, because they watched someone give everything for them. One day, something very small happened, but it completely changed how I saw the loneliness I had carried for years. It was a simple moment, but it changed how I saw everything. And it's something every single mother deserves to hear. One day, your children will grow older, and they will begin to understand things they couldn't see before. They will remember the sacrifices. They will remember the nights you stayed strong. They will remember the love you gave them even when you were tired. And one day, the loneliness that once felt so heavy may turn into something beautiful, because the lives you shaped will begin to reflect that love back to you. So if you're a single mother watching this right now, and sometimes you lie awake at night wishing someone was there beside you, someone to whisper to, someone to hold you, someone to remind you that everything will be okay, I want you to remember something. Your journey may feel lonely sometimes, but the love you are pouring into your children is shaping lives. And one day, that love will echo back to you in ways you cannot imagine. And if you're a single mother watching this right now, and some of these moments feel familiar to you, just know that you are not alone in this journey. And if messages like this encourage you, consider subscribing to this channel so we can keep supporting each other through moments like these. And until that day comes, never forget this. You may feel alone sometimes, but you are raising lives that will one day carry your love into the world. And one day, your children will look back and realize something powerful. They were raised by a woman who never gave up.